Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen Hot Takes podcast, whatever this is. It's a BoredGamer and Zinnia podcast about Star Citizen. Say hello, Zinnia.
Hello, Zinnia.
That's how she introduces herself. And I'm BoredGamer. And it's the beginning, moving into the middle of August for this podcast. And Alpha 3.14 is now live. It's been released, finally. Only 5 weeks late?
Who's keeping count, yeah?
Well, a large portion of the community, I suppose. But it is out now, which is good. There are some problems with the build. Well, that's true of everything Star Citizen related because, you know, alpha, it is an alpha. There are bugs, for sure. I think the main sort of ones, before we even go into the features of 3.14, I want to talk about a couple of them. Desync is an erratic bag of eels that occasionally just go, no, you're not fighting today. You're not having a combat experience that's fun today because everything's going to be teleporting around or you're ramming things that aren't there. But sometimes, no desync. Not desync at all. Like, when you've been playing 3.14, whether it's on the PTU, whether it's in the live build or whatever it's in, have you been experiencing desync much at all? Or what have you read about people's experiences with it?
No, not really. I did have a little look through and I couldn't see much about people saying about desync.
Okay.
I haven't experienced much myself, but then again, I'm only really fighting. I only really do the bounty missions.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just like a one-on-one, and it's a little bit, but it's not amazingly detrimental.
When there's more players on the screen, when there's lots of enemy ships on the screen, so for example, Ninetales Lockdown, and if you're going to that event when it happens, and it's available on the servers sometimes, and you can tell if it's around, because you'll have like there'll be missions for medical supplies urgently needed, or things like this in an area around a station, or going to a station because there's a lockdown in effect there. There's something going on there, and when you get towards that station, you'll be able to take a mission to, well, if your crime stat's high enough, I think it's over 2 or 2 over, you'll be able to help the Ninetales attack ships in that area, or if you are just a normal player or under 2 crime stat, then you will be able to help Crusader security, basically defend the station and just attack a load of ships that will be there. But you won't be able to quantum travel until you get out of the area, and it's like 120 kilometers away is where the combat's occurring away from the station. But there's lots of interesting sort of trade opportunities available. Basically, medical supplies. Medical supplies are worth a lot with those stations, and there's going to be players and ships hunting you down when you're trying to deliver them, potentially. Have you played much?
That's if they sync up.
That's if they sync up. So this is the issue. Like, desync's a mixed bag. It genuinely is. Like, I've played in the Ninetales Lockdown event a couple of times, and I haven't had a problem in the live build. But I've seen other people's videos where they clearly are experiencing huge amounts of desync. Now, I don't know what's really causing it. Like, server degradation, low tick rate, lots and lots and lots of different factors could be causing it.
Yeah, it's most likely a per server basis problem.
Yeah.
Like you say, if the server's older, it's probably more likely to suffer from desync. If the server's brand new, there might be a little bit desync while everything's getting loaded and stuff like that.
And I mean, it could even be down to the clients that are connected to it. How many ships they've got in the hangars. How many entities the server needs to load. Are there players in lots of different areas that then the server has to spin up? Like, there's so many different factors here. Like, and are we going to get some good fixes for desync in the 3.14.x patch? Maybe. But it could be that we're going to have desync until they do the network overhaul and have server meshing in, which could be a few patches time. So it's a bit of a weird one or an annoying one, but I don't seem to be getting that much of a problem with it, but I do know it is one of the major problems for other people, like very much so. I've had very minimal desync experience and problem, and pretty much so have you, haven't you, from all the times we've played. So I don't know what to tell people. I'm pretty sure the CIG haven't given us magical accounts to ignore desync, otherwise they do that for everyone. But yeah, I think it's erratic and a mixed bag, and obviously one of the more troubling problems. I mean, there's still some server instability and stuff with 30Ks and disconnects and stuff, but it's seems pretty stable, the build at the moment for me. Now, when the patch was just launched in the first evening for it, I was having lots of 30k problems and disconnection problems to the point where I was just like, no, I'm rage quitting. But that seems to have been quietened down somewhat. But 3.14, loads of new features, and I think it's called Welcome to Orison, the patch, and Orison is amazing. Like, it genuinely is pretty.
I'm very impressed with what they've done.
Yeah,
I mean, the performance is a bit shitty.
Okay.
I still because I did a bit of recording at New Babbage, trying to get some of the landing zone there with the Brentworth Hospital, so medical centre.
New Babbage has got its little start of the hospital to being built out there as well.
Yeah,
in this match.
but you can visibly see the difference in frames going there, and I thought New Babbage used to be rubbish for frames. But compared to Orison's just there's a lot of performance that's required to be there.
Are we talking about single-digit frames?
I don't think it's that bad. No, but like New Babbage feels more silky smooth to me now than Orison does.
I think this is going to show your Star Citizen age here, Zin. I remember single-digit frames and being happy that was good performance at one point, because there was 30% increase. Now it's 9 frames rather than 6. But yeah, obviously now when we're talking about poor performance, at least on reasonably good machines, we're talking like 20 to 30 frames as for poor performance typically.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously for lower end machines and for some edge cases, people are having trash frame rates, and Star Citizen very much still not optimized. But I think we're going to see big optimization improvements in the future, but I suppose that doesn't help people now that are experiencing problems and they want to play. But I think the other major things that are going on, obviously very pretty Orison, really genuinely great location. Check it out if you haven't. Cloud Tech's pretty, but they are improving it further because there are some bugs and stuff with it. But it's the huge combat changes with power management, with ship tuning, ship combat. Yes, a lot of the components, like all the shields, are all the same. There's no variance between size now. So size 1 are different from size 2, but there's no difference between all the different size 1s. They're all the same. And like coolers don't have much for purpose at the moment because they've gone for capacitors as the way of sort of doing your resource management in dogfighting. And I really like it. I really like the new power management and combat system. I think it gives a nice skill floor for new players and for people that are dum-dums, or like me, people that want to be relatively good at combat, and in the fact that I want to be able to just sort of play it and be able to do it and be able to defeat NPCs. But there's a huge skill ceiling that's still there, especially with all the other stuff they've got planned. At least I think there is. And PvPers can tell me if I'm wrong. What do you think of it, Zin? What do you think?
I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's better than what we had before.
Yeah.
But I never really used overclocking or overheating or any of that sort of stuff previously. I find the power triangle very easy to use and get on board with.
Now, I still want to see overclocking in the future, and I'm very much in agreement with you. And I want to see heat actually damage components over time, because heat is supposed to be a thing which is going to damage our components. It's going to cause long-term wear. It's going to have secondary effects, but it doesn't really have that at the moment now that they've pushed it away.
But that could be, like we say, this is not going to be the final combat mechanics.
No, this is very much a step towards how they envision it. Mm-hmm. But there's going to be a apocalyptic huge changes when we get physicalized components and physical damage system and stuff like that. There's going to be a massive overhaul and change in the future. So this is just a minor one compared to that, is what I would say. And this was obviously quite a big one.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there any particular reason you enjoy it? Is it because it's more simplified?
I just find it much more simple to use. It's so easy to just quickly go, I'm having a bit of trouble taking this guy down. I'll just put a little bit more power to my weapons, or I'll just put all my power to my weapons. Like, oh, my shields are now down. All right, we'll stick some more power into shields. I don't need to maneuver that much because this guy's not moving that much really, and he's not shooting me consistently, so I don't need that much power in engines.
Yeah, I do like the fact that me putting power into systems actually has a proper effect now, and it's immediately tangible and feelable, and it makes me feel like I'm smirked when I'm doing dogfighting. But it does. I mean, maybe not against when I'm fighting against a better player than me, which will be most PvP players. But when I'm fighting against an NPC, I feel like I'm smart when I'm dogfighting. I genuinely do. And I tell you what it feels like to me slightly, not exactly the same. It's like when you're playing Titanfall and you feel like a badass because you're like, oh, I'm good at this, even if you're not. I like that. I think that's a good feeling. And obviously, there's going to be a huge amount more sort of balance coming in the future. But yeah, I think it works. And you're more than welcome to disagree with me, people of the internet, because someone was very angry at me that I liked the system and basically said I was a Star Citizen shill, which is, well, people call me shills all the time. But I'm not. Well, at least I'm not on the payroll. I like Star Citizen. That's my bias. I like Star Citizen, and I have a channord producing content on it. Do you think I'm a shill, Zin? Am I a shill?
No.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome. Apart from for NordVPN.
Oh, NordVPN? Oh, Zin, I was playing Star Citizen the other day, and I'm pretty sure it increased my kill to death ratio having NordVPN. Maybe? Question mark. So I think other people should try it.
Wow.
In the links below. What?
GG.
What? Zin won't let me have my more edgier NordVPN adverts, unfortunately. Which I will not repeat here because I think they're getting me banned off the internet. But maybe we'll get some of them. Maybe we'll get some of the edge light ones. But there are other things going on. Ship sales. Now, we all knew that a new patch release is an excuse for CIG to have a ship sale. So they're selling quite a lot of stuff. They've got the Constellation Taurus, which has gone up by $10 if you're just looking at the Warbond version. It's $160 now. But it's $190 if you're buying store credit, and it was obviously $150 before. And it's just a stripped down version of the Taurus. It's one of the, I think now, better multi-crew ships. Actually, that's a good point. The changes in 3.14 have made multi-crew ships reasonably tanky and turrets and co-pilots effective. Like, you want having a crew there is actually pretty good. And I think we probably need to run a full ship, not just you and me, at some point in the near future. We'll do it with some community people. Maybe do it with
yeah, we probably ought to do it with the Ninetales lockdown.
Yes,
or if not the Xenothreat when it comes around again.
Yeah, so Xenothreat Remastered is something I'm very much looking forward to because it represents Cloud Imperium going, these are the problems that we had with the previous event, the Xenothreat event. Let's try and fix them and put the new stuff in. So let's see what they can do with that. Let's see if it's all crashy and exploding and broken, if they've actually fixed the stuff that feels like it should have been fixed or needed fixing, or if they've missed the mark. Like, I think it's a good litmus test for sort of events in the future, and I'm hoping they, well, maybe not knock it out of the park, but I'm hoping they get a bit of some points. What is it, baseball? They got a ball run.
Home run?
Well, that's a lot. I don't think hitting a home run's a lot, isn't it?
I don't know baseball either.
They get to third base. That's like what, holding the boobs? Third base?
I don't know.
Who knows? What, something good. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But so ships. Let's get back onto ships and go on.
Yes.
On a massive tangent again. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. These are the podcasts that you have to deal with. Now, normally Zin edits some of these, so you're going to hear all of this stay in because I'll probably be editing this one. It's going to be fine. You're going to enjoy the bits in between. We've also got all the sort of Crusader ships on sale at the moment. That's including the Genesis Starliner, but not the A2 Hercules. And then a load of missile ships like the Shrike, and missile vehicles like the Cyclone and the Ballista and the Freelancer Miss. What do you think of ship sales when they do them like this? Is it just sort of like, cool, yeah, help support the game, or is it sort of like, oh, naughty ship sale? Or what do you think about them?
I am indifferent.
Okay.
Honestly,
that's fair point.
It's honestly a case of, if they want to do this, they can. It's their game, it's their IP, they can do what they want. If people don't want to buy the ships, they don't have to. People obviously buy the ships, otherwise they wouldn't continue doing this.
You wouldn't have a zillion trillion dollar game. That's an exaggeration, by the way. But that's some of the articles headlines I read. Is Star Citizen a $1 billion game? Question mark. No, not yet. You could have a actually, maybe I should name this podcast that. I'll be perfect. Oh my god, I'm gonna get all the clicks. But yeah, so a load of ships are on sale, and there's a lot of unannounced ships that Cloud Imperium have been working on. Like, do you think the 400i is real, Zin?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like it's possible, but it's also possible that they were working on something else, or like I said, I think like what if they're just letting out like false leaks?
Oh my god, fake news.
Yeah, to try and whittle out the people who are leaking.
That's entrapment, Zin.
Not. I don't think that. I think that's only really. This I'm not going to get into law right now. I don't know.
Clearly, no, it's all good. It's possible, but I don't think that CIG need to be that sneaky to do stuff like that. It's only going to be junior devs that would probably leak stuff to outlets. I mean, I've been sent lots of random stuff by junior devs at CIG, and I've been like, thank you very much. Your job's more important than giving me a leak, and I'm not going to use it anyway, sort of thing.
I mean, if it is real, it might be one of those ships that they want to just like have completely ready to fly and then release it.
Yeah, and I think that's the case probably with the 400i, or some people think it's going to be called the 500i now, but I do think it's a real thing. I do think it's a real thing. What about the Star Citizen merch then? Do you want a whale? Do you want a little whaley boy?
Yeah.
But do you want Finley or do you want Francis?
I would have preferred Francis. Is it Francis, the purple one?
That's the purple one. But unfortunately, he doesn't exist yet as a physical plush, and it's just Finley at the moment, the blue one. But I like it. I like him more than Pico, and I will be buying at least myself, or probably at least Zin. I don't know. We'll get some plushes. We'll get some whale plushes. I wonder when our bomber jackets arrive.
Yeah, I wonder when our jackets are arriving.
Me and Zin both bought matching jackets because we're cool.
Probably stuck at the border.
Oh my god, people are going to think we're such nerds. Because we are. They probably are stuck at the border.
JP bought us jackets.
Yes. Well, yes. Fair point. Thanks, JP, for the ridiculous amount of money that you send us. Please send more. No.
We love you.
We do love you. Genuinely. You're a good chap. So, recruitment drive at the moment. Dragonfly. You can earn a Dragonfly. Have you got a Dragonfly, Zin? Did you get a free one? Has actually gone through in your account?
I don't know. Have I?
I've put your referral code as my generator. So, you got one. Who knows? Only you.
I know you got DC, one of the
the Star Kitten ones.
I've got the Dragonfly. But yeah, you got DC, the Star Kitten Dragonfly.
Yeah, indeed.
Which he loves.
It's because it's such a BM craft.
He rides around pretending he's in Wipeout or something.
Oh, mate. So, Sarah McCullough, she left the CRG maybe 4 to 6 months ago, but she did Wipeout styled concept art and stuff. She was absolutely fantastic. I need to check on what she's actually doing at the moment. DC would have loved her stuff. She had Rexy Boy as well. Yeah. Anyway, off on a tangent again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about the Foundation festivals in?
I do not.
So Foundation Festival, it's typically in July of each year, and basically what they try and do is do a bit of a recruitment drive, and they incentivize players making guides and guiding new players in-game, or players that want to learn stuff, by getting in-game with them and flying with them and doing stuff with them. Yeah, so teaching them practically. And they give skins and awards to people that do that. But that didn't happen this year. Now, that's probably because they were just about to release 3.14. And there were some Foundation Festival skins found in the files, or at least that's what they suspected to be. But the Foundation Festival hasn't started yet. And it was weird. But last year, again, there was a delay in the patch, and they pushed the Foundation Festival. They started it in July, but then pushed it into August. So there's an expectation that maybe we'll have Foundation Festival in August at some point. Maybe?
Yeah. Possibly,
maybe. What lore are you considering doing at the moment, Sin?
So I need to find some more stuff, because the only thing I've got left at the moment is CitizenCon. So in lore, CitizenCon, not what we have.
Okay.
But I was kind of aiming to do that nearer to October.
It is the run-up to CitizenCon now, kind of.
Yeah, but I still think it could be.
Yeah.
I could do something else for a little while. So it's just finding interesting, either like manufacturers' histories or solar systems that are interesting.
There's a lot of lore in Star Citizen already.
There's so much lore in Star Citizen.
It's just knowing where to focus the attention that will be interesting to viewers, or that's sort of useful information to people. Because some of the lore is useful if you know about it, because then you can apply it to some in-game stuff. The sort of lore I like typically.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of stuff that I go through, and I mean, you've linked me some things before and said, "Oh, do you think this will be good?" And I've read it, and I've gone, I don't find that interesting. I would be surprised if other people find that interesting.
Yeah, Zin's
so
got a kind of free hand. Yeah, she's got a free hand in lore, and a lot of the time I go, "Zin, have you got anything to work on?" She's like, "I can do some lore." So cool, do that. That's my management style. Very, very loose. Trying to think of what else we've got planned content-wise. So obviously we're going to be playing in Xenothreat and Ninetales Lockdown. We want to get some footage and us messing around in that.
Yeah, I need to look into that and see how it's actually working.
Yeah, maybe get some guides up so we can just show, look, this is how to get into it really quickly. But I mean, we sort of basically talked about it earlier. You can see where the Ninetales Lockdown is based on the we require supplies here. And if you get close to the station, you can join in from the mercenary tab, I think it is, from your mobi-glass. So look out for the Ninetales Lockdown stuff. It's just a bit of fighting for the most part, and sort of defending the area. But you won't be able to quantum so much. But it's that's a good point. If you are doing Ninetales Lockdown, probably worth visiting the station, actually landing at it. That you're going to be doing it around, because otherwise you're going to be traveling a long distance if you die, and desync is a bound still for. I think the most annoying part of desync is when you're doing PvE is when you ram something that's not there. So that's relatively stressful. Or you fall through an elevator, but I suppose that's not combat related.
I mean, you can try and land if you're able to.
Oh,
people might blow you up first.
Well, that's true, I suppose. There are turrets and stuff that do protect you at the larger stations.
Yeah.
It's not Port Olisar. Port Olisar has, and to extent Grimhex, has quite a bad reputation for people getting blown up at. But yeah, I suppose the idea with the Ninetales Lockdown is it does attract PvP players because it is more of a PvP event. However, I've only seen 2 PvPers in at all when I've done the Ninetales Lockdown. And that was during the PT event. But I do record typically very early in the morning my time when I'm or when I'm playing around and messing around when there's not many other people online. That's probably one of the reasons I have potentially less issues than people as well, because probably the servers are less stressed. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We'll be covering loads of this 3.14 content. And I hope people are enjoying it. And if there's anything in particular you want me and Zin to look at, whether it's for lore, whether it's for 3.14, whether it's just for a video idea, whether it's someone that you want us to interview, like, oh, I've got someone that will be interesting to interview for a bit of a interview video, whether it's an XCIG dev or someone that loves Star Citizen or hates Star Citizen or is just an interesting character, or they've made something exceptional, please suggest people down in the comments below. Oh, let's have a quick chat about some other stuff that we've been going on with. Back for Blood, Tribes of Midgard. So what did you think about sort of Back for Blood, the test over the weekend, Zin?
Well, once me and DC managed to get our issue fixed of consistently being disconnected from trying to connect to games.
So that was the cheat, easy cheat, just kicking you out?
We think it was easy anti-cheat related because we were having no trouble joining lobbies. We could see people running around in the lobby area. But as soon as we went to start a game, the game would load. We probably most times heard like noises. Sometimes we were literally given the loading area for like a couple of seconds, and then we would be disconnected. Lots of people had this problem. We managed to fix it by moving our install of Back for Blood to our C drive.
Yeah, you see your main drive. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people said this who've had the similar problem. Some people said this fixed their problem. Other people were like, nope, mine's still not working. So it's still not entirely sure what is causing it, or if they're even having the same issue. Maybe they're having a slightly different issue.
What did you think of the actual game, though?
It's all right.
But you're comparing it to the joy that is Left 4 Dead 2, aren't you?
I am comparing it to the joy that is Left 4 Dead 2.
One of the best games ever made.
Yep.
So I think that's what it is. Zin's. It's probably one of your top games by far, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you even met your partner through Left 4 Dead 2.
Yep. I met DC in Left 4 Dead 2.
So
joined a random game. And there he was.
So you get some BoredGamer deepest lore now. For Zin. So yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is genuinely an amazing game, and Back 4 Blood is trying to capture some of that, and it sort of does it a bit, but the characters just aren't as appealing as the Left 4 Dead 2 characters. There's a more tragic backstory and sort of like friction than there is reasons to like the characters, and I just don't know. It just feels like it didn't hit the mark. But I'm still going to buy it and play it. I'm looking forward to it. It's just no Left 4 Dead 2.
I don't think it's worth the price tag, honestly.
Well, I'm buying you a copy. That's one of the perks of working for me, Zin.
I think when Left 4 Dead 2 came out, it was like 25, maybe 30 quid. And I know for certain that you could get it cheaper if you bought a 4-pack, which I'm pretty sure that's what Kit did.
Yeah, but when was Left 4 Dead 2 released? Wasn't it like 11 or 12 years ago now?
It was a fucking long time ago, Jesus.
That was pre-decimalisation. There was 250 pennies to the pound then.
2009.
Yeah,
but
12 years.
Still, it was a cheap game.
Back in my day, we only had one game and we were happy.
How much is the base game of Back 4 Blood?
Back in my day, baby. There's inflation's in. Inflation's happened. Look.
No.
Well, let's compare it to bitcoins. How many? If you bought in previous prices, now I'd be a millionaire.
Let's see. Standard edition of Back 4 Blood on Steam. Oh, look, 50 quid.
I see what you mean. Yes, it is a ridiculous expensive game. I don't think it's worth that at the moment. We've been playing in the beta, and it feels like that I actually enjoyed the technical alpha a little bit more. But I'm still looking forward to it. But I get what you mean. The games are expensive now, says the man that spent at least $3,000 on spaceships for himself. So I'm still burnt by buying the Monster Edition for Evolve, which I did genuinely enjoy as a game. It just was not supported in the way that I want. And I think that's one of the worries that I have for Back 4 Blood as well, that it will just die like Evolve. We'll be playing it. We'll probably be playing it on stream.
It's the fact that it's also going to be coming with season passes, sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
like
they monetize like that. Yeah.
That's what makes me go like the price tag is too high.
Yeah, because it doesn't include them sort of like for a year like it should.
Yeah.
We just started a new playthrough of Stardew Valley as well.
Yeah.
Zin's realised that I'm an idiot.
So Stardew Valley is meant to be a nice, calming, chill out game. You do a bit of farming, you go and like talk to people, you sell some things, and you go down the mines.
Wanted to give a man a fish so he could eat for a day, Zin. And what was he doing? He was playing his Game Boy in front of me, not accepting the fish, and then walked away from me into his room, which I couldn't get to him for 2 days. Like, it enrages me. It annoys me so much. But
he got so angry.
I like the mines. I like planting crops, and I like watering the crops. So we're running a Stardew Valley expanded mod, and we've got a huge farm plot. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing it properly. And I'll try not to get so stressed with it. Is there anything else we want to talk about, Zin?
I don't know. Tribes of Midgard was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I still want to play a bit more Tribes of Midgard, so it's sort of like Diablo-esque graphics, more tower defense-y, running around, trying to quickly grab resources so that you can build gear and do some tasks and do some quests to then go fight some bosses and a big, basically Cerberus, Fenrir, not Cerberus, what am I talking about? Fenrir at the end, big dog boss, and then complete that, bam, and then get out before the Endless Winter comes. and then you do it on repeat. And I actually quite enjoy it. I'm looking forward to more content for it. I want to play it through a little bit more. Last time we played, me, Cam, and Zen were all attacking Fenrir, and Zen was prepping for it, and she turned up just as he died with like this full super suit of gold armor shining.
Yeah.
So it's oh, you killed him. It's like, yeah, didn't know you're fighting him. Oh, okay, sorry. But yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Tribes of Midgard. Not sure if it's worth its price tag. Maybe it will be if they add some more content to it. Those are the sort of things we're going to be playing over the next few days.
It's not too bad. If they carry on doing the Saga event free of charge, or for a tiny amount, then I don't see much problem with it.
Yeah,
15 quid. It's a reasonable price for a game.
Looking forward to Icarus, which is coming. I don't know when actually. Some sort of weird survival game. Been looking forward to for a while. But if we got, I'm not sure when the next Man of Medan, so House of Ashes comes out.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's too far actually.
Dark Pictures, House of Ashes. Looking forward to that. Like those sort of choice games because they work multiplayer and well, actually, the last one I played, I got really upset that one of my characters got killed because it felt bullshit, but maybe it wasn't. But anyway, I think this has probably gone on for too long already, so I will bid people adieu. Thank you very much for watching or listening to this, and say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
We'll update you again soon. I'll be streaming soon. Lots of 3.14 content. If you've got any suggestions or whatever, check it in the comments below. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I love you guys, and I'll see you later in August. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Mummy, I'm going to play Star Citizen when I get home. Well, little Timmy, you can't because hackers stole our house. This is a story I hear only too often. It was just one day before these two were going to get NordVPN. Now they have to live on the streets. Don't let that be you. Get NordVPN in the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For August, we are giving away a Mercury Star Runner, the fantastic multi-crew hauler data mission runner, allowing you to do a little bit of everything the Star Citizen has to offer. To be in for a chance of winning that, comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details in the links below. If you'd like to further support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. The join button down below, you'll get some exclusive videos and content each month, and it really does help us keep going. There is also the new thanks button under my videos for another way of throwing money at us. Both me and Zin appreciate all the support for the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.